Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going into the Amazon tool deals for the week. These are going to be items that are either on sale, items that even at their full price or list price I believe to be good deals, or items I find interesting and would like your guys' input on if you guys have used them. I want to mention that I will have all of these items linked down in the description for you guys with their own independent links, so they're very easy to find. I'll have two additional links that say tools and tools continued. Those are going to be two links that take you to a long list of tools that I've went over in the past, or other tools that I suggest. That's all there for you guys. First up, we're looking at the Dewalt 20 volt max XR oscillating multi-tool. This is something I picked up a couple, 2-3 months ago, and this is one of those tools that I should have bought many years ago. This tool is extremely handy. The first thing I used it on was chopping up my front bumper on my new Colorado in order to install the off-road bumper by 589 fabrication, and this thing was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I got this as a deal in the previous Amazon video. I mentioned the power stack batteries that were on sale. You could get two of the power stack batteries for $94 or one of them for $50, which is a really good deal. So far, over the last few months of using the power stack batteries, I've been impressed with them. Haven't had any complaints or anything like that. I like their compact size, their lifespan as far as between battery charges. It's been great, but I picked this tool up and got those batteries free with it. And I've really enjoyed this tool. I had used my father's many years ago. He just had a quartered one. And then when I was doing some kitchen work, I had also used one of my buddies. And it's just a tool that I should have owned many years ago and just never bought it because I didn't know how many uses I would get out of it. But man, this thing has been extremely handy. This one is at $88.90, down from a list price of $180. Definitely don't ever buy it at $180. I think the $88.90 is a fantastic deal, especially if you think you can get some use out of it. You will get some use out of it. This has 4.8 stars at 12,077 ratings, so rated very highly and rated a lot. This is one of the most popular oscillating tools on the market. And I personally, I don't use it on an everyday basis like many other people might, but I am completely satisfied with this tool. It is very versatile and very handy to have around, and I think this is priced very well. There you can see it does have 3 different speeds. It is brushless, being the XR, variable speed trigger. There you can read a little bit of information above me if you would like to pause and read that. So that is number 1 on the list for this week. Next up are some Nylite. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. This is something that I purchased a couple years ago as well. These are 2-pin connectors, and you can get them in different sizes as far as the wire gauge. You can also get them in multi-pin connections, but these are the ones that I purchased just for a lot of the wiring that I was doing. I installed a transcooler fan, 2 new radiator fans. I put them all on relays, and before it was all hardwired in. Like there was no disconnection point. So like if I had to remove my fans before, like there was nothing I could do. They were hardwired in. I had to cut the wire or depin them from wherever they were located, which I ripped all that wiring out, started fresh, and I made sure to just install a lot of the stuff in my car now I can easily just remove without having to worry about depinning somewhere or cutting the wire and having to solder it back later or whatever after replacement or repair. So these have held up really well. I haven't had any connection issues, or none of them have broken or had any seal issues so far. I probably have, I don't know, 6 to 8 on my car right now over the last few years. And granted, I only have 500 miles on my car right now, but it's been doing really well. Haven't had any issues. They're very cheap, $11.69, down from a list price of $13. So not a whole lot of savings, but a decent price on the product, especially with how they've performed so well. I've been happy with them. They have 4.6 stars at 6,643 ratings. And here you can see just some of the other ones that they have available. Many different size connectors. This is just the one that I have. This is a 10-pack, and it carries a 2-year warranty, which I did not know. And there's just a little bit of information on that if you would like to pause and read that. So in last week's Amazon Tool Deals video, I went over the Klein Tools multimeter 450. This is the multimeter 720 or the MM720. And this one is at $81. I think the other one we went over was $67, but Klein has a couple different options. This is like the reverse LCD, reverse contrast LCD display, which I really like. It's got a black background with white lighting for the readout, which I think is a lot easier on the eyes. This is one that I'm considering. I'm trying to decide between the 450 and the 720. So if you guys have any experience with Klein Tools multimeters, please feel free to drop a comment down below. If you guys have experience specifically with the 450 or the 720, please let me know. Or if there's another one with the reverse contrast. I don't need anything extreme or super expensive. I'm looking to stay under $100. I know they do have quite a few, ranging from basically $35 up to a couple $300 or so. You know, they got some expensive ones out there, but I really need it for voltage, amperage, resistance, continuity, and that's really it. I have a Fluke that I keep in my to-go bag. I keep a no-name brand or an off-brand one here at the house, which I've compared to my Fluke and has really good accuracy compared to it, but I wanted to pick up another one just in case, because I do quite a bit of wiring and it's just an extremely handy tool to have. And really a lot of these aren't priced bad at all. So this one at $81.08, down from a list price of basically $100, has 4.6 stars at 1,010 ratings. There you can see some of the specs on it. This is a Cat 4 at 600 volts and a Cat 3 at 1,000 volts. I think the previous one we looked at, the 450, was a Cat 3 at 600 volts. And I've heard really good things about the Klein Tools True RMS. There you can see the LCD display, or the reverse contrast LCD display. It does have an optical sensor for adjusting the screen for different lighting, which I really like. The other one we looked at, the 450, was the slim design, so the connections for your leads were actually located on the side, and this one is on the front, more of your standard design. But I think both are really good options. This one has a little bit more features than the previous one that I mentioned last week. So I think this is a good deal, especially at $81. So please let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Last up, we're looking at another Klein Tools product. This is their 7-inch classic claw pump pliers at $30, down from a list price of $34. It has 4.6 stars at 421 ratings. And this is very similar to the Knipex. Some design differences. I don't know if Knipex is the one that actually makes them for Klein or if there's another company, but these are made in Germany. So I'm not sure if it's Knipex or one of the other big brands over there. If you guys know specifically who makes the Klein tools that are made in Germany, please drop it down in the comments. I always appreciate your guys' input. There you can see it a little bit better. It's not very clear, but it does say made in Germany. You can see this same kind of design that you see. They do have another design that is closer to the Cobras, where you have the push button lock. These are just kind of more of your classic design. As you see in the name, this is the classic claw pump pliers. I do like the dual opposing teeth in the jaws, the miniature teeth towards the back and the front. You got your standard dipped handles, and honestly, I own a lot of Knipex tools and have never had an issue with any of theirs. I probably have, 15, 20 pairs of Knipex and been very pleased with them, and have many other tools from Germany that I've been pleased with. So this is definitely something that I would not be afraid of purchasing. This one, though, even at $30, I think is a good deal. But if this is something you're interested in, definitely check out Knipex and some of the others that are made in Germany. There you can see. Because the Knipex, this is the 10-inch pair, so 3 inches bigger than the Klein that we were looking at, and basically the same price. This is at $30.20, down from a list price of $43. This is really basically the price that you'll find it at almost all the time. This has 4.8 stars at 3,168 ratings, and while the design is a little bit different, the shape of the upper handle here is different, the coating on it's different. Overall, the design is the same, and both are going to be really good quality, made in Germany, obviously. And there you got it's got an adjustment point here that is basically like 3/4 moon, and you just simply adjust it to where that slot is flush with the side, and it allows you to easily adjust. But once again, if you're looking at this and don't mind spending a little bit more, I think the Cobras are a fantastic upgrade from them. I just really enjoy the multiple different positions that you get with the Cobras, and that lock is really nice as well. But if you're looking for something just classic, simple, the Knipex or Klein, I think, are both fantastic options. So please let me know your guys' thoughts on either one of those. And if you know if Knipex or one of the other big brands over there in Germany are the ones that make the Klein ones, I would greatly appreciate that. But that is it for this week's Amazon Tool Deals video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, all of these products will have their own independent link down in the description, as well as those 2 additional links that take you to a long list of tools that I've went over in the past. And other than that, if you guys enjoyed, smash that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.